okay?
I did just buy a house 6 months ago and then got laid off in a mass email at 6 a.m. with 30,000 other people at my company. This page started as a kind of lifestyle page as being a first-time homeowner in Massachusetts at the age of 26. And it is slowly making the pivot of being a first-time homeowner that is recently unemployed. So not only do I need to figure out where I'm going to work next and what I want to do with the rest of my life, but I also have to figure out a way to make ends meet and pay my mortgage. So I'm wildly optimistic for having insane bills, living in Massachusetts, mind you, and being laid off. But yeah.
Come with me to get laid off from my job. Like many others, I too was impacted during the great Oracle purge of 2026. Yikes, as I have mouths to feed like this big back, could I?
Yo, she's taking this in stride. She's doing good. She's making this like, hey. Some people got on here and started crying, bro. But
Be sad about this? Absolutely, but my anxieties towards the future, I feel all this internalized discomfort actually fueled and motivated me as I got through 200 job applications in 2 days. But also a reminder.
ooh, 200 job applications in 2 days. Damn. Man, it's just me trying to get off of filling out my first name and last name and date of birth.
Oh no.
Oh, shoot. Oh, man, listen.
Congratulations, well done.
She deserves every bit of applause.
But it's okay to take it easy. Follow along in my journey of unemployment.
Well, it's unfortunately come to my attention that Oracle has began to lay off over 30,000 employees starting this morning, 6 a.m. with a cold email. Access denied immediately. Layoffs have been strategic, but not because the company is failing. Oracle is aggressively investing in AI and cloud data centers, as most companies have been. They're cutting jobs to free up about 8 to 10 billion in cash to fund this expansion, and the company has also taken tens of billions in debt to support its AI push.
You are a commodity. You're a commodity. See, you're not a commodity when you create. You're a commodity when you don't. When you just physically work and you don't create, you're a commodity. And I tell people this, and you think I'm crazy when I tell you this. I legit tell you, I woke up one morning, I was not doing TikTok, was not doing social or any YouTube, and I woke up one morning and literally God said, create. Yeah, create. He said, start creating. Create content. And it seems far off, but content and creation doesn't mean me just sitting on the screen and talking to you. A lot of times it also means products and services like my off-market property list, which is ran by my AI, which collects it every Friday, and you can go over there and subscribe and go ahead and get that list every Friday so you'll find out any off-market deals or even how to patch into be a six-figure earner dealing with investors. I got a free book for that too. You can figure that out. Downloads right there in the link in the description. But all jokes aside, you have to take the value that is in you and find a way to extract your experiences, your knowledge, your know-how, your capability, your skills, your talents, put it in a way that can be packaged and put it down, package it in a way, organize it, package it in a way, and then go to market with it, distribute it. Because then somebody needs what you want. You got to realize not everybody's broke. Not everybody's looking for money. Not everybody's sitting down and trying to figure out how to pay their light bill. But there's more people that are right now than aren't. Well, I won't say more people that are than aren't. But there's quite a few that aren't, that just don't like what they do also. They don't like their job. So I got to put them in the same bucket. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
Yeah. And they want a way of escape. And you may just have that way of escape. But if you rely on this job and this 9 to 5 all day, all the time, and you don't take your nights out, you rather go hang out with the boys or hang out with the girls at night, or you rather go get dinner, you might as well do brunch on Sunday. Honestly, I probably run a 799. My girl tell you I run a 799 because there's a bunch of stuff that I'm working on in the back that this audience may never see, but I'm creating for other platforms that I have. You know, like, subscribe, follow for more content.
Layoffs are happening across multiple countries, including U.S., India, Canada, Mexico. Entire divisions affected include SaaS, health, operations, revenue. My heart goes out to these people that have been affected. This is an unfortunate situation, but I want you guys to remember, like I've always said to you, be prepared for anything. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Make sure that you are prepared to move on to the next opportunity if you need to. Position yourself for that. Don't ever rely on stability. That's gone. What do you guys think about this? Comment below.
So I met someone yesterday who got laid off from Oracle, and I asked them, were there any signs that this was coming? And they said that their boss had asked them to start training an AI bot on how to help them do their job. And then when they tried to log into their office that morning, they couldn't log in. And they opened up their email and they saw a notice from HR that they had been laid off with a small severance package. So I guess the moral of this story is, if your boss asks you to start training an AI bot to help you with your job, do a really shitty job at that. Really train the worst AI bot in the world to do a really terrible, terrible job at your job. And then take as much family medical leave as you can.
What?
Facts. And while you're doing it, if you got to train them and you know you got parameters and benchmarks and guardrails and things that you got to implement that they're going to be looking at, why don't you work on training another bot for yourself? Take right now whatever you know from that job and train a bot to do it. You might have an executive assistant bot. You might have a voice bot. You might have a content bot. You might have some type of bot that does a job, solves a problem and makes it easy. Because not everybody is going to be technology or technologically sound. Yeah, technologically sound. That's the right word. Y'all tell me if I got it right. Technologically sound. Yeah. Some people just can't deal with tech. I've dealt with that in real estate. I've seen agents that they don't even know how to operate basic systems. But either way, it's more people out here than you know of that they never needed it.
Is it that the only employees that got a heads up about the mass layoffs at Oracle were the ones in Seattle, Washington? The Warren Act. The Warren Act is what bought them a 2-month grace period to figure themselves out. And it wasn't even the federal Warren Act. So Washington State is a very employee-friendly state. And so they have their own statewide Warren Act. It's called a mini Warren, which basically says if you are going to get rid of 50 or more people at one site, you need to give them a 60-day notice. The federal law's threshold is not 50 people. It is 500 people. Oracle intends on laying off 491 employees in Washington State. So under the Federal Warren Act, they don't got to warn anyone about it. But Washington State is like, no, we think not. You need to give this 60-day warning. As terrible as this sounds, it's kind of like a saving grace for those employees because they're in a much better situation than the ones who woke up today with no job.
You know, it's fun being laid off in IT, and still trying to find employment, is when you now have to compete with 30,000 Oracle employees, ex-employees.
My man is not wrong. That's why she had to do 200 apps. She's competing with everybody that was laid off from last year that's still trying to figure out what they're going to do with their current situation. And who do I blame? Listen, y'all like to blame the tech companies, but I understand this. The leaders of this world, they lead because they're able to, I won't say leaders of the world, countries in this world. They're leading other countries or ahead of other countries, or people desire to go there because of their technology. Technology won wars. Technology made sure that some continents are better off than other continents. And I'm not saying anything specific in any name, but because they didn't have the ability, access to technology, or wasn't thinking on a level of inventing or creating something that would make that job or the execution of that task easier, the other people who thought about that were the ones who now became the ruling class or the dominant class, or what would you call it? They determined the destiny of not just that country, but their destiny, not just their destiny, but the destiny of that country. And it seems like what I'm saying is rubbish. You're like, Leon is just up here at noon just talking crap. Part of it is that, you're right. But the other part is, read my lips. This shit is changing, and it's changing freaking fast.